What's up, you guys? It's Chiefs Chat, episode 11. And, in this episode, I'm going to talk about what's been going on within Chiefs Kingdom over the past couple of days. And, a couple of things did end up happening. I figured I'd share my thoughts and kind of distract you guys from what's been going on around the country. I know the election still in full swing and, everybody waiting for those results, but I figured I'd give you a little bit of a distraction, kind of give you a nice Chiefs Chat here. So, the trade deadline did happen, and the Chiefs did have a transaction. So they ended up trading DeAndre Washington, one of the running backs on our roster, to the Miami Dolphins for a sixth-round pick. We did have to give up a seventh-round pick, but that does move us up one round. So I'm not sure how significant that really is, but I mean, it's something, I guess. And DeAndre Washington, he wasn't a guy I talked about a lot, but he was another guy on the roster. Another running back in the rotation. I don't think anybody really expected him to get a lot of carries. Le'Veon Bell or no Le'Veon Bell. But he was a guy who I was kind of curious to see what he was all about, because I haven't seen a lot of him. I haven't seen him run a lot. I think he was only active for one game, and we saw him a little bit in that game because the bench players were coming in. The starters were getting a rest. So DeAndre Washington had a little bit of action for the Chiefs, but didn't really get to see much of what he was all about, so a little disappointed in that. But overall, I mean, I can't say it's a bad trade. Obviously we had to make room for Le'Veon Bell, so an upgrade there, losing DeAndre Washington and getting Le'Veon Bell, I can't complain about that. Regarding the pick, that's not much of an upgrade, but could be significant. A sixth-round draft pick was what got Tom Brady, so arguably one of the greatest of all time. So that could be significant. That could be something. But not really much to say. Nothing really exciting happening in the entire league when it comes to the trade deadline. But the Chiefs, they did have a transaction, so I figured I'd talk about it. And I have been talking about our group of running backs quite a bit on this channel. So I figured you guys would think it's something significant to me. But all in all, it's not much. DeAndre Washington, a guy, like I said, wasn't really expecting him to get many carries. So that's really all I got for that. Second main thing that happened, and this isn't a good thing, this isn't a good sign, but it's been happening all across the league and all across the world for that matter. So Chris Jones was recently placed on the reserved COVID list, so which basically means he either has the virus or he was around someone who did test positive for the virus. And reading here, I will link the article on NFL.com. I'll link that in the description for you guys. But I'm reading here, it looks like our head athletic trainer, hold up, let me see, our head athletic trainer, looking to get the name for you guys, Rick Burkholder, that's our head athletic trainer. He did test positive for the virus, and he did have some close contacts with Chris Jones, who, obviously working with the head athletic trainer, ended up, being placed on that reserved COVID list, for having close contact with him. So Jones, he didn't test positive himself, which is a good thing, which means there's a chance he could play against Carolina in Sunday's game. But I don't really know, because the protocol, it's kind of unclear as to what what protocol is for someone who was in close contact with somebody. I would assume they'll keep testing him, and if he does test positive within the next few days, obviously they'll keep him on that list. But I would assume after a certain amount of time, of him not testing positive, they would end up saying, okay, you're fine to be active. So I'm not sure how long that's going to take, but for the time being, he's on the COVID list, so that's not a good thing, not a good sign. It's a tough thing going on in our country right now with this coronavirus. It's really affecting the league, and that's something you really hate to see as an NFL fan. It's really changing the league this year, and that's not good. But it is what it is. We gotta stay safe. We gotta do what we can to make sure that we're protecting ourselves and protecting everybody around us. So that's kind of the give and take when you look at what's going on in this situation with our head athletic trainer. Things like that are going to happen in today's world because coronavirus is everywhere. It's a big problem for the NFL and for the entire world. So that's all I really got. Those are the two things going on with the Chiefs. And with that being said, I figured I'd kind of go over how I feel about the first half of the season, because it is officially it's officially halfway, the halfway point between the first part of the regular season and the second part of the regular season. So I'll kind of share my thoughts on how we're doing, and what I predict our record to end up being, and couldn't be much happier with the way the first half of the season went. Obviously, I wish I had that Oakland game back, or not Oakland, Las Vegas. Sorry, I can't. Yeah, gotta break that old habit. But obviously, I wish I could have gotten that game back. But overall, we're 7-1. We're sitting pretty. We got a great record, and aside from the Steelers being undefeated, I don't think that's going to last much longer. I think the Steelers, they've had a pretty easy schedule, and I think they've got a couple of tough opponents coming up. They do play in a tough division. So the Chiefs, I think we're sitting pretty. And I think we are in a good spot to end up getting that 1 seed, which this season is very important because they've reformatted the playoffs. So there's only one first round bye, in this playoffs. So it's important that we keep winning games, and I expect us to continue to do that. We've got a very easy schedule coming up. I think the only two games we ought to look out for and be worried about is the Saints and the Buccaneers. So aside from that, I expect us to win every other game. Oakland or not, Las Vegas. Sorry, Las Vegas. I'm looking for revenge in that game because I'm still feeling pretty bad about the way things left off in that game. And losing by 8 points with Patrick Mahomes on your team, that's something that's never been done before. So kudos to the Raiders for doing that. But we're gonna destroy them. We're gonna destroy them when they come to Kansas City. Wait, let me think. No, okay, no, we're gonna destroy them when we go to Las Vegas. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be great. So that's how I feel about the season so far. I figured I'd give you guys a quick update on how I was feeling about the season. So I'm feeling great. I think we're in a great spot to contend in the playoffs. And obviously, if we don't win the Super Bowl, that's kind of a bust on our part because the Chiefs heavily favored to do so. And that's fully what I expect. I think we're in a great position to do just that. With an easy schedule coming up, and getting that first round bye is obviously very important. And if we're able to do that, I think we've got a very, very good chance at winning the Super Bowl. So that's all I really got for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode, and if you're still watching, go ahead and leave a comment down below if you guys want me to talk about something. If there's something specific you guys want me to talk about in the next Chiefs chat, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I love reading your guys' comments. It's very enjoyable to me. So leave a comment if you feel like it, and that's all I got. So see you guys in the next Chiefs chat. Peace out.